Guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing something that I've been wanting to do for quite a while, and I have been wanting to film a TBR video, and I wanted to do something for February because February is approaching and it's been a long time since I've done like a sit down video. Don't mind if this angle and the lighting isn't the greatest because I'm still trying to figure out like new recording spots in my home, so right now everything's not really set in stone. So I hope that this looks okay, and I really hope I'm in focus. But I'm gonna be having my iPad with me right now because it's just my easiest way to, you'll kind of see me like look at my iPad or my little journal, which has like some of the books I've written in there, and I'll just kind of show some of the books that I had planned for this month's TBR. And I'm actually really excited. I don't really normally do TBRs because I like just going in whatever mood I'm in, but I wanted to kind of create like a little organized outline of what I wanted to kind of read for this month because there are some books that I want to get done in February. Oh my gosh, you can see the ring light in the reflection. Yeah, so yeah, I'm excited because I have been wanting to just create like a little idea of what I'm going to be reading in February, and I've compiled some books. I also want to let you know that this is not a hefty list. I kind of just opted for 6 books, maybe 5. I'm still actually just 5 books. So these are just the 5 books that I do want to try to get done in the month of February. Doesn't mean that these are going to be the only books I'm going to read. Doesn't mean that these are going to be read for sure. These are just the idea of what I wanted to kind of aim for during the month of February. And I kind of aimed for not just those like cheesy rom-com type of romance books, but kind of going into other books and books that involve romance that I absolutely love and adore. So without further ado, let's just get started with this video. Okay, so the first book I wanted to pick up is sorry, I'm getting over being sick, so you might kind of hear my voice be really scratchy. But the first book I really wanted to pick up was Checkmate by Ali Hazelwood. I do not have this book, but I did just see it and I adore the colors. I love like the lavender and pinkish colors on top of the cover. And yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I haven't really been a big fan of Ali Hazelwood's writing. I just feel like I keep trying to get into her romance novels, and every time I try, I don't know what it is, I just can't connect with the romance as much. I just feel like for some reason, and don't hate me, but I don't know, I just can't connect with it as much. Like Love Hypothesis, I wasn't crazy about it, and like her other short novels, I mean they were cute and I did rate it like 5 stars, but I just feel like it wasn't ever something that at the time it felt like 5 stars, but then the more I think about it, I'm like, is it a 5-star? Because I don't know if I really genuinely liked her writing style. I feel like sometimes when I read her books, I kind of for some reason get a little bit, I just lose my train of thought like as I'm reading it. I don't know if it's like the dialogue or the characters' dialogue or like the little things that she adds into the characters, like personalities that kind of just make me throw it off. But for some reason I'm not crazy about it, but I'm hoping to, because I've been trying to get into her books, and I wanted to get into Checkmate because I like that it's based on like a chess game. I think the whole synopsis of this story is about 2 characters. One of them is which like her family is struggling with money, and there's a tournament I think that involves an abundant amount of money. Some of these say synopsis, I hope that I'm quoting them right, but if not, I'm so sorry. I'm just kind of basing off what I think it is and why I kind of was interested in getting it. But I think that's what the story is about, and I just think it's really cool because it kind of makes me think of like The Final Gambit or something else like a little bit more, you know, just like I like it because it's romance. There's like a little chess game. I've always wanted to learn how to play chess, and I saw someone's little comment someone's comment on Goodreads said that they really like this book because they've always wanted to learn chess, and this book kind of teaches you like little ways of like the chess playing, and it made them kind of want to learn even more. So that kind of excited me a little bit because it's just something that I always found kind of interesting and intriguing. So it's something I wanted to pick up, and I kind of like it because it sounds like something a little bit light, easy, and although I'm not a big fan of her writing style, her books are just kind of like a, you know, like fast-paced type of read. So I feel like that'd be a good book to reach out for in February, especially considering that this month is short. I mean, it's actually a leap year, I think, so it's 1 day longer, but still 29 days compared to 31 days. It's a lot shorter. The second book I wanted to pick up was Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber, and this has been on my TBR for the longest freaking time. And every time I hear about this book, I hear amazing things. I have heard some people say that they don't like it, but considering that I'm loving the Caraval series so much so far, and I'm almost done with it. I'm on finale right now. I have a feeling I'm gonna really like this book, and to be honest, I do like Stephanie Garber's writing. I feel like a lot of people have said that they don't like her writing. They don't like how it creates so much detail in her writing. They feel like it doesn't make sense, or it's a little bit like she tries to elaborate too much and make it too lyrical. But I actually like it, and I mean, I can see why people don't like that as much, but to me, I like that. Like, I like when it's poetic and lyrical, and I have a big feeling that I'm gonna like Once Upon a Broken Heart. I've heard nothing but amazing things from a lot of people. I even had some friends say that they think I will really like that book, and quote me if I'm wrong, but I think this book is about a character. Her name's Evangeline, and she is to be wed. What happens is she's gonna lose him to someone else, so she makes a bargain with one of the fates, which is the Prince of Hearts, and in return she has to give him 4 kisses for each bargain. I'm not for sure exactly how it goes, but it just sounds like those old fairy tale type of vibes, and that's why I'm just really excited to read it. Also, I'm gonna get this book in hardcover because I think the cover, I've always thought the dust jacket was really pretty, and I've always found it so fascinating. So I definitely want to get a copy of my own, and I feel like it's like my little treat for finishing Caraval series, and I'm in love with the Caraval series. I've heard that you don't have to read that in order to read Once Upon a Broken Heart, but I've always wanted to because I have a feeling I'm gonna like Once Upon a Broken Heart, and I want to read the books that kind of coordinate with it. So that's why I've decided to embark on it, which I have no complaints. I love the Caraval series so much. Like, I'm obsessed with the world. I feel like it's all I can think about, and it's the book this whole series that's really stuck with me for quite a while. So yeah, I am excited to embark on this, and if I finish that one, I do want to read the next one following that, but I don't expect myself to finish this many books within February. But that's the second book I was kind of planning on my TBR. The third book is the only book I actually have in person, and it's Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross. And first off, I think this book is gorgeous. It's so beautiful, and also I think under the dust cover or the dust jacket, it's so nice. Like, I just love black with gold print and like foiling, and I just think it's adorable with the little typewriter. And I thought that for some reason this book, when I first heard about it, I thought it was more of like a history, like backtracking in time type of book. Like, I didn't think it was more modernized, but I think it is. And the synopsis goes that, I'm a little confused on the synopsis, but I do know the idea is that they're 2 journalists, and it's supposed to be like a quote-unquote enemies to lovers, which nowadays what is considered enemies to lovers. But she is writing to what she thinks is her brother, and it turns out to be her rival within the journalist community, I think. And they end up just kind of falling in love, or some type of love occurs, but it's a conflicting love because of the situation that they're put into. And I don't know, the whole synopsis sounded really interesting, so that's why I really am like interested. And I've heard that this book is really good. Plus, I know that her second one came out, which I forgot what it's called, but I'll just put it up here. And I am really interested in reading that, and I just think it's really cool. But yeah, I'm still kind of confused exactly what this takes place, because I knew that it was taking place about a war, but I didn't know. You know, I'm just gonna read the synopsis. So it says, after centuries of sleep, the gods are warring again. The 18-year-old Iris Winnow just wants to hold her family together. Her mother is suffering from addiction, and her brother is missing from the front lines. Her best bet is to win the columnist promotion at the Oath Gazette. To combat her worries, Iris writes letters to her brother and slips them beneath her wardrobe door, where they vanish, into the hands of Roman Kit, her cold and handsome rival at the paper. When he anonymously writes Iris back, the two of them forge a connection that will follow Iris all the way to the front lines of battle for her brother, the fate of mankind, and love. Divine Rivals is an epic enemies to lovers fantasy novel filled with hope, heartbreak, and the unparalleled power of love. Sorry, I just got off of work, so I might be like really out of it, but yeah, I just think that the whole synopsis sounded really intriguing, and it's just something I want to pick up. I've heard that so many people like this book, and I'm really happy to have a copy of my own because I think it's gorgeous. I just think everything about it's gorgeous. And yeah, so this is something I really wanted to pick up. I wanted to keep it my TBR a little bit other than just like basic cheesy rom-coms. I kind of was like in the whole mood for something more elaborate and a little bit somewhat fantasy. I thought this was a fantasy book, but I don't know exactly if it is. I think it is because it says no god, no creature, no war can come between them. So I just assumed it was a fantasy-based read. but I'm excited to pick this up. Now the last book I am really, well, last novel I'm excited to pick up is Shark Heart. Let me see who writes this actually. Oh yeah, so the last book, or the last novel, is Shark Heart by Emily Haybeck. I really hope I'm not saying her name wrong, but this cover and this book is something I actually want physically because I find it gorgeous. And one thing about me is I'm obsessed with marine animals and marine biology. I've always been so fascinated with it. And this book is, it's supposed to be, I guess it's a compilation of letters or poems, and it's supposed to be those type of like short little reads, like each page and each chapter. But it might sound weird to some, but I've heard Gabby Reed's talk about this book, and when she talked about it, it just really intrigued me, and it just made me instantly interested that I wanted to pick it up. And it's about, I think there's like a virus or an infection that's spreading amongst the mankind, and everyone's loved ones are turning into animals, which in this situation, her husband, who they're newlyweds, is turning to a shark. And it's supposed to be really sad and poetic, and I think it follows like letters being written to each other. I don't know what it was for the month of February that I just wanted to get like little letters as types of books to read, but I am not complaining. I think it's a really cool concept. And yeah, I just think this cover is gorgeous, and when she said that it actually made her feel super emotional towards it, I was really interested because it sounds like a weird concept, but to me, I kind of like that type of stuff. I like those type of reads where it's something that's kind of different, you know? So where, like, for example, everybody's turning to animals, and I can see that just like while you're observing your like loved one turning into something monstrous. I don't know, I wonder if it just sounds so symbolic. So it's something I really want to pick up for the month of February. And yeah, I'm just so excited, and I think the cover is absolutely gorgeous. It has a shark and all the floral print. I just find it so beautiful. And lastly, the last book I wanted to pick up is not a novel, but a graphic novel, and it's the second book of the Heartstopper series. I have the first one right here. I've been wanting to pick up the second one for the longest time, and I feel like adding a little graphic novel on there, because first off, this book is adorable. It was freaking cute and adorable, but adding the second volume onto my TBR would be really nice because I can continue the series, and then as well as kind of squeeze in something quick, because graphic novels are just a quick read and quick and easy. It still provides like that more sense of romance that I kind of was looking for the month of February to get into my reading. So that's why I really wanted to pick it up, and I'm super excited. That is it for my monthly TBR. I know it's really small, but I kind of wanted to keep it more realistic because I have been really busy, and I am working, and I'm a mom, so I don't know how much I'm really gonna get done, but this is just kind of what I was aiming for. And I like my decisions. I actually liked how they were different. I liked it how I kind of didn't just go with what the most popular books. I kind of just went with, I mean, kind of the popular books, like Divine Rivals is pretty popular, but I kind of wanted to go more for just like something that I was genuinely interested for this month, because I don't want to get into a reading slump. I feel like I was in the longest reading slump for the longest time, and I'm kind of slowly getting back into it again, not to jinx it. So that is why I'm just so excited, and I can't wait to share my thoughts. And if you guys have read these books, don't spoil it, but let me know what you guys think of them, because I'm super interested. Or let me know what you guys are reading for the month of February, because I always find it so fascinating and interesting to know what everybody's reading for that month as well. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am sorry if this like setup isn't the greatest. I'm still trying to figure out, and I don't really like how the ring light is reflecting off of this, but we'll figure it out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye!